Hey, Floyd Fernbeam here, and I'm going to tell you right up front, I'm not a happy camper. I heard something on the radio today that just has me miffed. What I heard was the Planters Peanut Corporation is going to kill off Mr. Peanut. Why would you do that? Who better to sell peanuts than Mr. Peanut? I mean, everybody loves peanuts, unless you're like a person who has one of them peanut allergies, and they're few and far between. Well, I remember back in school, there was a girl, she had like a peanut allergy, and she couldn't eat peanuts. So she'd like, when she'd bring like trail mix to school, it was just like M&Ms and like some raisins, and wasn't much to it, but she liked it. And like at lunchtime, we'd all be sitting there with our brown bags, and we'd all be eating our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and she'd just have like a and jelly sandwich. But again, she liked it just fine. I remember one time she brung in some of them fake peanuts. They're like about it's like a big orange thing made of marshmallow. You get them like at a truck stop, and she passed them around, and we all ate them, and we wanted her to feel good. So oh my goodness, delicious! That tastes just like a real peanut. Thank you so much. And she didn't know no different because she never had a real peanut, and she felt good and we felt good, so we felt that was kind of a win-win. Of course, we knew we was lying, and you ain't supposed to lie. But if you look at the commandments on lying, thou shalt not lie in the 10 Commandments. That's like it's way down near the bottom. So I think probably that's not one of the most important ones, or they would have put it up near the top. I'm pretty sure they are in order of importance. And if I remember right, it don't even say lying on the commandment. It says something like, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. And she was not my neighbor. She lived like on the other side of the creek, probably 2-3 miles away. Anyhow, so we didn't feel like that was a huge sin, so we just didn't worry about it. Anyhow, her allergy wasn't like awful or nothing. Like she wouldn't eat a peanut and just drop dead to the floor right there. She didn't have like the anaphylactic shock where she would stop breathing and just fall over. But she'd get like all sweaty, and then she'd get like up and down her arms, she'd get like hives, and then down her legs too, and some of them, believe it or not, they was shaped like a peanut. But she didn't carry no EpiPen or nothing. In fact, she didn't carry no pen at all because she was also allergic to ink, so she was off pens entirely. But she could eat some things, but she just had to pick the peanuts out of them. I remember one day took her 3 hours to eat a Snickers bar. And trust me, that was an exercise in patience. Anyhow, why on God's green earth would the Planters Peanut Company want to kill off Mr. Peanut? I mean, here's a fella, got charisma, a lovable character, and he dedicated his whole life to this company. And this is how they're going to thank him. He never took a wife. He never had kids. There ain't no Mrs. Peanut or like Mr. Peanut Jr. running around. And I figure they'll probably make some other doofus decision, they'll probably replace him with some other mascot like, oh, now we're introducing this is our new fella, he's the Planter's Wart. Yeah, they're going to make one bad decision after the other. So I think, if the gurus of the advertising world want to get rid of somebody, why don't they start with like that Jolly Green Giant? I mean, between you and me, he ain't that jolly. And he only knows one word, ho, which ain't even appropriate no more. And he ain't stylish. He wears like that some kind of weird tunic. It looks like it's made out of poison ivy leaves. What good is he? Or how about that Kool-Aid guy? Why not get rid of him? I mean, all he does is come crashing through walls, with his big pitcher of unhealthy, chemically flavored kid sugar water. I mean, how many load-bearing walls does this guy have to destroy until they give him the boot? I say give the boot now. Or what about that big old disgusting sticky blob of Mucinex mucus? Yuck. I mean, that guy is just gross. They ought to just like flick him out of a job like a big old booger. Anyhow, I've rambled on long enough. Have a blessed day, and remember, walnuts is better for you than peanuts, and there ain't no mascot to worry about.